चलाने
हाँ
थोड़ी देर के चला लेते हैं फिर
नहीं
बाद में।
जरूरत नहीं है ये लगा दो बस. Are you guys able to hear me?
क्लास में
Class rep, are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
right. So are you able to see the screen? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So shall we start the class? Who's the class rep? Is she there? Is the class rep here?
Ma'am, Deepika.
Is she there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
Yeah, you just come and meet me once in the department after the class.
Okay, ma'am.
So I'll start the class today. So today we'll be speaking on the, anyway, if you're not able to hear me or anything, please let me know. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, today we'll be today we'll be starting the class on gingiva. Okay? So what do you know by gingiva? नहीं जा रहा है. हाँ. See, today we'll be talking about gingiva. Okay, so gingiva is what is the what do you mean by gingiva? It is nothing but a soft tissue that is covering, that acts as, or that looks like the collar around the tooth. That is called as your gingiva. So this gingiva, they have given different types of features. That is, one is called as macroscopic features and microscopic features. What do you mean by macroscopic features? That is nothing but your how the gingiva looks when you look physically at it. Okay, microscopic features are what is the histological features. That is, those are the features which can be made out in the microscope. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have in macros today I'll be discussing only the macroscopic features of the gingiva. So what are the macroscopic features of gingiva is, so first thing, your gingiva is divided into three kinds. One is your marginal gingiva, one is your marginal gingiva, the other is your attached gingiva, and the other is your interdental gingiva. Marginal gingiva is nothing but are you able to see the cursor when I'm moving it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
marginal
ma'am.
gingiva is this, which is covering the tooth like a collar. That is called as a gingival margin or marginal gingiva. And from this marginal gingiva, okay, are you able to see the surface here? This is called as your attached gingiva, and this is called the gingiva present in between two teeth is called as your interdental gingiva. Attached gingiva is nothing but which extends from the from the gingival margin. Okay, when you go 2 mm down, that is called as a gingival sulcus. So 1 to 2 mm is your gingival sulcus. So from the base, from this gingival sulcus to the mucogingival junction. Okay, what is this? This is the attached, this is all the mucous membrane. This is the gingiva. So this is called as a mucogingival junction. So from the base of your sulcus, or from the gingival sulcus to the mucogingival junction, this area is called as your attached gingiva. Your attached gingiva plays a very important role in your gingival and your periodontal disease. Okay, are you able to understand? So this
Yes,
one,
ma'am.
yeah, this
Yes, ma'am.
1 to 2 mm which is there from the gingiva, that is called as your gingival sulcus. Okay, when there is any deepening of, usually the depth is 1 to 2 mm. If there is deepening of this gingival sulcus, then you call it as a periodontal pocket. Okay, the deepening of the gingival sulcus is nothing but it is the periodontal pocket. Clear? Now let's see about let's speak in detail about each kind of gingiva. Now this kind of, whatever this is the interdental gingiva. Okay, this is the gingival margin and this is the attached gingiva. What are the, now why is this attached gingiva help? What does this marginal gingiva made up of? This gingiva is made up of something called as gingival fibers. This gingival fibers which are present below the sulcus. Okay, free, it is also called as a free marginal gingiva because here it is not, it is just surrounding the tooth. Okay, just like a collar, but it is not firmly attached to the tooth. Whereas when you see attached gingiva, this attached, why is it called as attached? Because it is attached to the underlying bone with the presence of your gingival fibers. Okay, or because it is completely attached to the underlying periosteum or the bone. That is why it is called as an attached gingiva. Whereas your marginal gingiva is not attached to the tooth. Okay, it is just covering the tooth like a layer. Okay, like a collar. That is why this is called as a free marginal gingiva. Okay. So there are different kinds of gingival fibers which are present, which are called as a primary gingival fibers and the secondary gingival fibers. So these gingival fibers, what is the function of them is, it helps to hold the gingiva around the tooth. Okay, because of which the tooth is able to stay firm. That is, a soft tissue around the tooth is able to stay firmly attached to the tooth. Whereas when the tooth has to be firmly attached in the socket, okay, then there are some fibers called as your periodontal fibers. Okay, those periodontal fibers help in the attachment of the tooth to the underlying bone. Whereas these gingival fibers help in attachment of the soft tissue to the tooth, to the tooth structure. Am I clear till here? Yes or
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
This is called as your alveolar mucosa. See, this is your marginal gingiva, this is your maxillary vestibule, this is your labial frenum, this is your alveolar mucosa. Now, apart from this, usually I will tell you something called as, now let's speak about this attached gingiva I told you. Now, this attached gingiva, it is very important to maintain the integrity of the tooth, because I told you this 1 to 2 mm above this free gingival margin will be a gingival sulcus. Okay, when you place a probe in this sulcus, usually it will be 1 to 2 mm. But beyond that, you can't go, because that's where your attached gingiva starts. That's where your periodontal ligament starts, and this gingiva protects the underlying periodontal ligament to the attachment to the tooth. So when there is any kind of pathology, what happens is there is deepening of this gingival sulcus. From here, it will go till here. What do you mean by deepening? What is happening here? From here, the attached gingiva here, actually it has to be attached, whereas the attachment is lost because of the periodontal pathogenic process, because of which there is deepening of this sulcus. If it is 1 to 2 mm, you call it as a gingival sulcus, but if it is greater than 2 mm or you greater than 3 mm, you call it as a greater than 3 mm or 4 mm, you call it as a periodontal pocket, or you call it as a loss of attachment. So this deepening of the periodontal this deepening of the gingival sulcus is called as your periodontal pocket formation. Okay, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a doubt, please talk me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
And after this, now let us speak about the clinical aspect of this. See, when you see any kind of ginger, there are three, you have to remember 3 C's and 3 S's. 3 C's is color, consistency, contour. 3 S's as size, shape, okay? Size, shape, and texture, stippling. Okay, so what I'll describe in detail about each. First, let us describe about the color. Usually the gingival color, usually whatever it is within, the gingival color is usually pale pink, okay, or it is a pinkish red in the Asian population. Usually when it is any pathology occurs, what will happen is there is increase in the reddishness, or there is inflammation of your interdental gingiva, okay, and there will inflammation even of your redness of your marginal gingiva. That condition is nothing called as your gingivitis. Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
That is known as your gingivitis. Now, this is something, so it can vary from red to, pale pink to red erythematous or to magenta red in certain pathological conditions. After that, contour. Usually, are you able to see this contour here? This is, okay, it's like this U shape, right? Contour. Okay, this contour is usually maintained with the help of your gingival fibers, but sometimes in cases of any recession or anything, what happens is this gingival margin, which is usually like this, shifts to apically like this. So what will happen, this is called something called as this condition, when your gingival margin moves apically, that condition is called as your recession. Okay, that is also a feature of your loss of attachment. So what happens because of the recession, there is exposure of your root, because of which there is dentinal, then there is sensitivity that is occurring. That is about your contour. Then color, contour, consistency. Usually it is firm, and usually you say it is firm and resilient. Why do you call it as firm? Because it does not move. Okay, why it does not move? Because I told you that the attached gingiva is present, which is, you know, the gingiva, that part of your gingiva is attached to the underlying bone with the help of your gingival fibers. That is why you call it as attached, and that is why you call it as firm. Why do you call it as resilient? Because there are also presence of the elastic fibers, because of which your soft tissue will stretch, but at the same time, because they are resilient, they will come back to your original position. Okay, they usually come back to your original position. It is not like they stretch and stay back at the same place. They stretch, but they come back to your original position. Am I clear? So that is why you call it
Yes,
as
ma'am.
it is firm and resilient. Sometimes what happens when there is gingivitis or this gingival inflammation, this firm and resilient consistency will go. Then you call it as something called as soft and edematous. It becomes bulgy. There is increase in the size of your gingiva. Okay, either interdental gingiva or marginal gingiva or attached gingiva. What happens is there is increase in the size and there will be accumulation of fluid. What is edema? That is nothing but your accumulation of fluid. Why does edema occur? Because of any kind of inflammation or because of any kind of any kind of underlying pathology. Clear? So now when this edema is occurring, it looks less soft. When there is edema, it's definitely soft. Okay? You can say soft and edematous, or you can say firm and resilient. Sometimes it becomes fibrotic also. In chronic gingival inflammation cases, what happens is because of the chronic inflammation present, the soft and edematous tissue will convert itself into a fibrous substance, okay, or you know, in fibrous in nature. Because of that, what happens is there is a lot of it looks like it is it is not soft or nor it is firm also. It is firm but not resilient. When it is fibrotic, it does not become resilient. It is only fibrotic. Okay. So in such cases we usually treat by gingivectomy or gingivoplasty. Color contour, and now I have completed this thing. Now let me come to the shape, surface texture. What do you mean by surface texture? How does your gingiva look? Okay, now coming to the surface texture, you have to remember something called as stippling. What do you mean by stippling? Is also called as an orange peel appearance of your attached gingiva. Why there is stippling is, you can, when you zoom it and see, not at least if not clear in that picture, when you see yourself in the mirror of your gingiva, dry your gingiva with, you know, cotton and see, you will find small pores on your attached gingiva. What are the pores? Are they? Those pores are nothing but they are the presence of your. But they, what happens that those are present in your attached gingiva as well as your. See, are you able to see the spores here? Small shiny surface here, not that clear, but then so those pores, or you know, that orange peel appearance, because it is poured, you know, it looks like an orange peel. So they have given it as an orange peel appearance. So it is present, that is called as stippling. So this stippling is present in the attached gingiva as well as your interdental gingiva. This stippling, when it is firm and resilient and in a normal condition, the stippling is usually present, and this stippling is as a result of your attachment. Okay, I told you this part of your gingiva is firmly attached to the underlying bone, okay, or to the underlying periosteum of the periosteum. So what happens, wherever the surface of your gingiva, okay, is attached to the bone, they are present in the form of tight adherences. Because of that, there is a dip in the tissue on the superficial surface and they appear as pores. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
they appear
Yes,
as a dip.
ma'am.
They appear as a dip. So that is called as your, that is why it gives a stippling appearance. Okay, that is called as your stippled appearance or your orange peel appearance. And orange peel appearance is seen not only in your attached gingiva, but also in the middle part of your interdental gingiva. That is one thing. Then I told you about consistency, contour, color, then size, shape, consistency I spoke. Okay, shape I told you, it gives, it's like a, one second, where is the cursor? This is something called as an interdental call. Okay, wherein it slopes down like this and forms a peak and comes back again. This is something called as the interdental gingiva. In between the, you know, anteriors, it appears like a tent shaped. In the anteriors it appears like a tent shaped, whereas in the posterior, sorry, in the anteriors it looks like a caul. This is called as a caul, a tent shape. Whereas as you go posteriorly, your interdental gingiva, or it becomes broad and flat. Okay, anterior it is tent or pyramidal shape, whereas in the posterior shape it becomes broad and flat, because here the width of the tooth keeps increasing, no, from the central incisor to the molar. Yes or no? You guys are there?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Huh.
Yes, ma'am.
That is the thing. Okay. Then color contour consist. Then I'll tell you about the texture I finished. Now I'll tell consistency. I told you it is soft and usually it is firm and resilient. It becomes soft and edematous. So these are the points about, because I joined late today. I'm not able to cover much. I'm just taking at 9:15. You have some other class again. You guys there?
Yes, ma'am.
You have any class at around 9:15 again?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, at 9:30.
You have a class at 9:30, no? So you have time, na?
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
So that is about your macro features of your gingiva. I thought I'll tell you, I'll speak on micro features of gingiva. I'll discuss to you in the next class. Okay. I'll just take the attendance of you guys. Just hold on, wait. Go read back this, initial part of your gingiva and the microscopic features. Microscopic features, I will tell you, I'll take it in the next class. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
One second.
वो फोटो ले लो मैम उसका
One second.
मीटिंग रूम का
कहाँ पे है meeting room?
हाँ मैं यहीं पे ले आऊँ हाँ यहाँ पे ले आऊँ हाँ मैम यहीं खा लेंगे हाँ यहीं पे
వరమా నాది బ్యాగ్ కూడా లోపలే ఉంది వరమా తెచ్చేసేవా Who is the seer?
लिखिता
लिखिता है तुम्हारा नाम, whatever. Seer, who is the seer? You guys are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah,
I'm here.
can you please come and meet me in the department now before it becomes 9:30, because you go to the next class.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, I'm coming.
Late. Because we got late and I was not able to. I thought I'll take a live demo class. I thought it was offline. So I thought I'll explain it to you. I did not make a.
किया है मेरा फोन ही नहीं था
Ayyo.
अभी आई चेक
ठीक है, who is the seer? Just come now once.
दिया था
Yes, ma'am.
अभी मैंने चेक किया था
All of you can just leave the meeting. Okay?
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
हेलो
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.